today in this tutorial of JavaScript we are going to talk about JavaScript variables. We are also talking to know about what we can names to the variables. What kind of words, which are the words which is already JavaScript reserved it that we cannot use in the variable names. What kind of assign operators and how many data types of JavaScript have it. And in the last we are doing some practice of variables, how to write variables. So basically we are going to create one simple application from scratch, you can say, but from using variables. So please watch until end, so you should get a lot of information about variable. So first, what is variable? So basically most of the programming languages like JavaScript, they also has a variables. Variable, you can say it's like a container. You can name this like a containers where you can put a lot of information, a lot of data inside in this container, and then later you can refer them and simplify them with any name. So this is called basically variables. Before you use a variables in JavaScript program, you must declare it. And how we going to declare this? We are going to declare variable with var. So basically var is declaring that this is variable. And after declare a variable, we can keyword them. Like keyword, basically var is a lot of variables like this. So we have to give him some keywords. So we are going to give him keyword with the name of money. So this is how variables works. So basically JavaScript describe, we tell to the JavaScript, this money is my keyword, but it's declared as a variable. It's a variable with the name of money. Like this, we can name, we can say variable last name. So these are three different variables. We can also write variables in one line if you don't want to in another line. So you can use in the same line. We can say name, we can say last name. So like this we can use multiple variables with the same var keyword as well. Now we have to how we give him a value. Anybody know this? The value of variable is called variable initialization. You can do variable initialization at the time of variable you're writing. Like now I'm writing variable name, I can assign value now, or if I want later I want to do, so I can do later. So for example, I'm giving her to the money as a value of $2,000. For example, I'm giving a value of 2,000. Then I'm saying money, another variable which is called name, and the name I'm telling Ali. So these are both variables which already have a value. There is one more thing, you cannot declare the same variable twice. For example, we already have one money variable, and down I'm going to again write money is 3,000. What do you guys think? What you guys expecting? What should be the result if you calling the money variable? So let's check it out. I'm going to, just for the testing purpose, console log, and I'm here in the console log giving money variable. Okay, show us what will be the money variable values. So you guys, let's check what should be. So this is the page open. I'm right click on the page and goes in the inspect. After inspect, here is a console log, and you can see here 3,000. So basically JavaScript doesn't know which money variable we are talking about. So whichever JavaScript solved first, they took it out. So that's why you should not redeclare the same variable twice. And remember this, always variable names different. Here I am putting money 2 and again here down. So now I am telling to the console log, give me the money 2 value. What was the money 2 value I described it. So I came again here, and now you can see here, if you guys can see, let me open with little bit bigger. Let me zoom. I think it's pretty big. So here you can see 2000.5 value because we call to this money too. Now another thing, variable scope. How variable scope is work? What kind of scope is this? So JavaScript variable scope, the scope of variable in the region of your program in which it is defined. JavaScript variable have only two scopes. One is global variable and one is local variable. So global variable has a global scope, which is you can call from anywhere in the page, in anywhere in the function you can call to the global variable. That's why it's called global variable. And the local variable you can call them, you can visible them only within a function where is defined. You cannot connect with this variable from another page, or you can say from up, down. You can only access in the same function. You guys want me to show you example? So let me give you one example, really quick example, how we can access to the global and how we can access to the local one. So here is in the body, I'm giving one function, and also you can say on load, when is the body load. So I'm giving a function which is named check scope. We are going to scope, variable scope, we are going to check the scope. So the function is, I'm going to check scope. That's why I give a name check scope. Here I'm giving a name. This is my my scope. Okay, so I name him my scope, and which is, yes, my scope. Okay, I will be give you double description so you guys can know. So basically this scope variable is global scope. So this is my global variable. So we have a two scope. So one is global and one is local variable. So now here, after assign the value to the global variable, here I am going to create function. In the function, I'm called the check scope function, telling to the check scope, and now I'm giving object. So what should I give him object? I'm giving object as var my scope. I'm calling my scope. You should be remember, oh, why he's calling my scope? So it should be came the global one. But here I'm going to change the value to the local. So guys, what do you think? Just for a couple of minutes, think about it. What should be this function give us output? So I'm saying document.write my scope. So one thing remember, even the names are the same. We use the name my scope on local and my scope on the global. Both we use the variable same name. Like we did in the previous section, if you saw in the previous section that we use same name, so which is expected and what is expected the JavaScript. So now we are telling to the function give us the my scope, but we have two variables, one is global and one is local. let's check which one is working. Let me close this. So you can see here's a local. Why is local? So in the description here, global variable and local variable. So a local variable will be visible only within a function where it is defined. A function parameter are always local to that function. Now you can see this variable is different. It's a local variable. Only you can access in the same function. You cannot access this function here. But I'm giving you one more example here. So let's see. We are not doing here console.log my scope. What do you guys expect? What should be the console log value? Let's check. What should be the console log? So I'm refreshing the page and going into the inspect, and now here in the console log, so it's showing us global. You can see here global. Its work is basically this have a JavaScript attached file which is have a console log too. So the second one you can see here, the global. Why is global? Because we assign the console log outside the function. If we took this console log and put him inside in the function, then what should be happening? So now you can see here it's come local. That's why JavaScript variable scope have a two types, which is one have a global and one have local. So the local you can only access in the function. I hope you guys you get it this. Now we are going to talk about some JavaScript variable names. So while naming your variables in JavaScript, keep the following rules in mind. I'm giving you some rules. I hope I write. Okay, no. So let me tell you, explain. You should not use any of the JavaScript reserved keywords, which we will be going to talk on reserved keywords, and I will be also give you a file of keywords, which will be, you can see which keywords you cannot use it. For example, break, booleans, these kind of variable name are not valid. We cannot use them. Second, like JavaScript variable names should not start with the numericals. Like for example, here I'm going again and I'm calling variable 1, 2, 3, and this is variable. So it's giving us error. You can see here the red line is coming up on the variable. This is not a valid name of the variable. We cannot assign the variable name with the numbers. We must have a letter. So for example, I'm calling here L123. So this is basically the name. You can name like this. If you want your name, variable name start with the numbers, you can just simply assign underscore and then you can write 1, 2, 3, and after this you can also add some name. You can also do something like 1, 2, 3, and you can say 4 like this. So you can name like this. You cannot name start with numerical value. Now what are the JavaScript reserved words? So like reserved words, abstract, else, instance of, switch, boolean, enum, init, synchronize, break, export. So like this have a many more words, which is already I give you a link in the description. If you see JavaScript reserved words link available, you can click on the link and you will be get one file. You can download this file and you can see there is a lot of almost 60 words which we cannot use. JavaScript already reserved these words. Now what are the data types? Let's talk about some data types. JavaScript allows you to work with 3 primary data types. Number 1 is numbers. Number 2 like string of text, and 3 is true or false. Instead of this, JavaScript also defined 2 trivial data types like a null and undefined. So each of which define only a single value. In addition to these primary data types, JavaScript supports a composite data types known as object. We will cover objects in detail in a separate chapter, but note, JavaScript does not make distinction between integer values and floating point values. All numbers in JavaScript are represented as floating points value. JavaScript represents number using the 64-bit basically. Like I already show you the string value here. If the variable the money where I was right before here, so the numbers you can use like this, and the boolean here is, for example, true or false. So you can say what paid, paid. You can also pay true, or you can say also war unpaid. Unpaid is equal to false. Sorry, why this error come? Because I put comma, semicolon. So like this, booleans data types, string data types, number data types, number of data. So these kind of variables we can basically primarily data types we are going to in this variables we are using. So now we are going to talk about some assignment operator. So in JavaScript, the equal sign. So equal sign is assignment operator. Is not an equal to operator. So this is like a different from algebra. If we write here like x, or you can say variable x is equal to x, and then we say plus 5. So like in JavaScript behavior, like however it makes a perfect sense. It can assign the value of x plus 5 to x, and it calculates the value of x plus 5 and puts the result into x. The value of x is incremented by 5 basically. The equal to operator is written like when you say the equal is like in the JavaScript, double equal, and there is 3 types of equal we are using in the JavaScript basically. We will be more talk in detail the double equal and 3 equal when we are going to use in the if and else statements, true or false statements. So when we have to conditionally check something, which is strongly check something, so we will be use this operator. Here is a couple of more example in numeric. For example, we are say x, and we call him 5, and then we say plus 2, then plus 3. Anybody have idea what should be the result is? Let me clear this one x, and if we can see in the console log, otherwise I will be right, but let me check in the console log of x. I hope it's work, but it's not, so we can write in the HTML form which we can see. So here is, let me open in the browser. Console log is should be, now we can see here it's 523. You guys can see here 523. Let me take it out this, if I can take it out so you can see much more clearly. Setting auto, I have some space to it. Okay, I think now you can guys see a little bit bigger. Lift the font there. So 523, here is the value is showing 523. Why is 523? Basically when it's come to in the string values, the another value is just as it is. Let me give you another example of this. So like var x, y, let's show y it. Y is equal to 2, then plus, then 3, and then plus I'm saying 5 in the string. Now what do you guys think? What should do? Again, let me console log y here. Refresh. Now you can see here is showing us 55. Y is 55 because JavaScript takes this as a value consistent. It cannot go by plus because it's a string value. A string value is just as it is, they add it. So 2 plus 3 a numeric value, and then it's never took as a like a numeric value. So these are JavaScript arithmetics. We can use like that. So now at the timeout, if we can build some small simple applications which we will be convert like if you like going to buy some pizza and the pizza price, we're gonna describe it and we're gonna ask some questions. Are you hungry? You still hungry or not hungry? So if for this we're going to need assign some variables. For example, like variable have first we have name of like this dev online, and second variable we need to call the pizza count, how many pizza this dev online person needed. So pizza count is 15 pizza this dev online need basically, if we say, and another, and then we are going to ask a questions. Is hungry, when you're still hungry or not? So by default it's true, like so. These three variable we have to assign in alert. So it's a different kinds of variable. Like I told you, we are going to make one simple app in which we are going to use some variables and how variables work with it. And so now for example we are going to alert here, and alerts, in the alert we say welcome, and then I'm giving just one space and then plus operator use. So with the welcome message we need this variable, show this variable name in the alert. If we are going now in the browser and we can see here this page say welcome dev online. Okay, so we never press more alerts, which is, that's why it just stopped. If we give him one more alert, for example this alert, and we say to alert pizza cost, so like we say pizza cost is $5, and we tell him each. So whenever we coming to this page, let me refresh it. Welcome dev online, pizza cost is $5 each. Okay, now we need to do something else, like we have to make little bit interactive. We are going to make one more alert. In this alert I am going to give him total, like this, your total bill or amount, so like is, and then I'm putting $sign here. After the $sign and say plus and total cost. Now you guys will be from where is this total cost come? So we are never assign a variable with a total cost, but we are going to assign a total cost for this. And why I did this? Because here we say we count pizza, because Dev Online took 15 pizzas. Now how much the bill? Because he's have to give him a bill. So we say variable total cost is equal to how much should be pizza count, whatever the pizza equal to, and then we can say strike into 5, because we alert the value of $5 each. So now we're telling to the JavaScript the total cost of pizza should be equal to the pizza count and multiply by 5. So we again goes to refresh. So they say welcome to Dev Online. Pizza cost is $5 each. Then we again say okay, and then say your total bill is 75. Now we take out this hungry. Is hungry? So let give him one more alert, and we are asking still hungry, and now we are going to assign the value. The variable is hungry. Let's go again and check this. So welcome Dev Online. Pizza cost is $5 each. Okay. Your total bill is $75. Okay. Still hungry? Yes, I'm still hungry. I recommended you guys play with it, because it's just I'm playing with the variables. You can use some prompt, you can use some confirmation, like in the last video I will show you the guy asked, but like here is $5 and here is 15 and I'm choosing is 10. So again we go on Dev Online and then $5 each, and then is the total bill is $50, and again say still hungry? Yes, true. So I'm going to push here false, value should be false, and again welcome Dev Online, $5 each, is still hungry? False, because I eat it. I hope you guys understand and have a little bit knowledge about variables. If you guys have any questions, if you guys stuck anywhere, first I'm suggesting try to code, try to do again and again code. If you still have a problem with the variables, you cannot assign the value to variable, please comments below in the video. I will be soon as possible reply you. So see you in next video guys. Thank you.